In 2018, nature unleashed of one of the most devastating forces, tornadoes which tore across landscapes, leaving behind destruction, heartbreak, and survival. In today's video, we will explore the top 11 worst tornadoes of 2018 that were just reminders of nature's raw fury and unimaginable loss.
Storms can hit central Texas anytime. That was especially true last May when an EF2 tornado left a
11. The Canton, Texas tornado. On January 21, 2018, the small town of Canton, Texas, was caught by an EF3 tornado. That tornado was packed with winds of up to 140 miles per hour. The twister tore through the town so mercilessly. This tornado was part of a larger storm system, destroyed dozens of homes, ripped apart power lines, and left 1,000 residents without electricity. The storm struck without much warning, leaving many with little time to seek shelter. Luckily, no lives were lost, but the town was left reeling. The destruction was overwhelming, with countless homes flattened and buildings leveled. The resilience of the Canton community became evident in the days that followed. Neighbors came together to help one another rebuild their lives from the rubble. According to witnesses, it was like the sky just opened up and the wind came roaring through. We had no idea it was coming, but we were lucky. It could have been so much worse. The whole town came together after, and that's what helped us survive. 10. The Marshalltown, Iowa tornado. On July 19, 2018, Marshalltown, Iowa, became the target of an EF3 tornado. With winds reaching 140 meters per hour, this extreme storm slammed into the city and sadly ripped apart buildings. This was causing widespread damage. The downtown area was hit so hard, Marshalltown's residents had little time to prepare. The tornado struck suddenly, and its power left a lasting mark. In the wake of the storm, the city's residents rallied together, and within days, recovery efforts were underway. But the true extent of the destruction was staggering: almost 300 homes. People lost so much, but the community spirit was strong, and they rebuilt again. 9. The Rth Oklahoma Tornado. On May 1, 2018, a series of violent storms across the United States, and one of the most terrifying was the EF4 tornado that hit Rth, Oklahoma so badly. The tornado's winds reached 190 miles per hour, and it tore rural town. Its path of destruction was relentless, flattening homes, uprooting trees, and leaving entire sections of the town in ruins. The storm hit during the late afternoon when many residents were still at work or out in the community. With little warning, people scrambled to find shelter. Luckily, no one was killed, but unluckily, several people got serious injuries and countless others were left homeless. 8. The Dayton, Ohio tornadoes. The common day weekend brought harsh weather to much of the Midwest, and Dayton, Ohio, was one of the hardest hit. On May 27th, a massive tornado outbreak struck the city. That was an EF4 tornado, with winds reaching 200 miles per hour. The storm left a trail of devastation stretching over 10 miles. It caused widespread damage to homes, businesses, and infrastructure. According to reports, almost 15 tornadoes were confirmed in the Dayton area, leaving 2 people dead and over 100 injured. Thousands were left without power and entire neighborhoods were decimated. The city's authorities provided temporary shelters and helped residents start to rebuild. 7. The Bridge Creek, Oklahoma tornado. On May 20th, 2018, the town of Bridge Creek, Oklahoma, found itself in the path of a catastrophic EF5 tornado. It would never be wrong to say that it was the most intense category of tornado. With wind speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour, this twister was a behemoth. It touched down near the small town and destroyed everything that came into its path. Homes were broken, and entire communities were left in ruins. The impact of this tornado was devastating, not just for those who lost their homes, but for the emotional scars it left behind. But despite the tragedy, Oklahoma's resilience shone through. Within hours, neighbors were coming together and helping to clear debris. 6. The Reno, Oklahoma tornado. Just days after the Bridge Creek disaster, another major tornado struck in Oklahoma, this time near El Reno. An EF3 tornado with winds of 160 miles per hour ripped through the city and surrounding areas and caused massive damage. However, the twister missed the heart of the city but still left significant destruction in its wake. Buildings were fully damaged, trees uprooted, and lives changed forever. El Reno is no stranger to tornadoes, but this one reminded residents that even the most prepared communities can be vulnerable. Local officials worked tirelessly to recover this loss. 5. The Jefferson City, Missouri tornado. On May 22, 2018, Jefferson City, Missouri also became the target of a devastating EF3 tornado. The storm hit just after midnight, catching many residents asleep in their beds. With winds of up to 140 miles per hour, the tornado caused widespread damage across the city. The destruction was immense, and sadly leaving entire neighborhoods unrecognizable. Though the storm claimed lives and caused significant damage, the response from the community was swift. Volunteers and rescue teams worked around to help and support to the survivors. 4. The Rth Oklahoma Tornado. March 25, 2018, brought an intense storm system to Oklahoma and Watauga. That was an EF2 tornado with winds around 130 miles per hour which touched down, causing significant damage to the town's infrastructure. While the loss was great, the spirit of the people helped them recover quickly. Volunteers arrived from neighboring communities to help them in rebuilding efforts, ensuring that Watauga would emerge stronger than ever. 3. The Rth Oklahoma Tornado. On April 30, 2018, a powerful EF3 tornado touched down near the small town of Tala, Oklahoma. With winds reaching up to 160 miles per hour, the twister tore through the landscape, leaving nothing behind. Countless homes were destroyed, and entire farms were wiped out. The tornado caused significant damage, but luckily, no lives were lost. The resilient people of Tala quickly began working together to clean up, salvage what they could, and rebuild their community.
Here in Texas, first responders will be on standby all weekend because of the severe weather. And this afternoon, just this part of the state had tornadoes, hail, high winds, and heavy rain.
2. The Salem, Illinois tornado. March 29, 2018, saw a powerful EF2 tornado strike Salem, Illinois. With winds around 135 miles per hour, the tornado caused widespread damage throughout the town. A lot of homes and businesses were affected, and the community was left to pick up the pieces after the storm passed. The destruction was significant, but once again, the community's strength was apparent as residents came together to begin the recovery process.
Rumbling, just shook everything. Sprayed glass everywhere. It was pretty terrifying.
1. The Hattisburg, Mississippi tornado. On March 18, 2018, the city of Hattisburg, Mississippi was hit by an EF3 tornado that caused massive damage across the region. The twister left a path of destruction through neighborhoods, businesses, and schools. With wind speeds of 150 miles per hour, this tornado was one of the most devastating in the area's history. The city's response to the disaster was swift, with emergency teams and volunteers mobilizing to assist affected residents. Despite the challenges, the people of Hattisburg came together to rebuild their city and their lives. The resilience of communities despite the destruction caused by tornadoes demonstrates that despite the storm's power, humanity will always rise again, showcasing the true force of nature. Thank you for joining us today. Well, if you liked this interesting video, then please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so that you can stay tuned for the latest updates.